Hello everyone, and today, as you have seen, I have two pair of socks with actually one pattern, and it's March 2022, and I've decided to publish something because March is my birthday month. So let me show you those two pairs. There will be a 39% discount code for a limited period of time, so show more under the video and you will have all the information of that unravelly 39%. I may put these socks on Etsy later on, so finger crossed. The pattern is written down for fingering weight yarn, has 4 sizes. I'm going to tell you how many stitches we have: 48, 56, 64 and 72 stitch with fingering. So with fingering you can use them all. For DK, even for my size, I'll pick 48, but for fingering I'm choosing 56. So even though the pattern is written down for fingering, you can play with the weight and with the numbers and see how it goes if that's your first time. Otherwise, you probably know your numbers. And this time, this pattern has 2 versions. First version is more advanced, and this is the one that we're taking the yarn and we're doing color work, double-stranded color work from the toes up through the leg, and that's it. We stop, we do ribbing, and then we come back to do it afterthought heel. However, the version 2, which is easier version, you can pick, as I did over here, some leftovers, knit them from toe up, and then just knit a panel that's included in the pattern. I think I called it leg panel. And do that a little bit. So and there's also a tip that if you're doing it for the first time, you may change your knitting needles for a slightly bigger number or larger in regards to the tips. So this section is not tight too much. We have a tendency to do that if we're just trying color work for the first time, and if you switch for a bigger one, even if it changes a little bit, it'll be more puffy, and I think that will look really cute too, even if you would want to do it, for example, just to try it out. I haven't done it yet, and I'm very tempted to do everything on US size 1 2.25mm knitting needles, and then maybe switches to 2.5, although I don't have nice 2.5 knitting needles yet. Although I would need to get first 9-inch circular US size 1.5 2.5mm knitting needles. I do have one, but they're kind of different tips. One is longer, one is shorter, and it's not the easiest for me to knit on them. That's that. The gauge for me, it's standard 32 stitches. Before I show you yarn and what kind of yarn I use, I thought it would be really interesting to see how my stitches look before and after blocking. So these are my stitches before blocking, and these are my stitches, these here, after blocking. Before, after. So hopefully you can see how relaxed the fabric is over here and how wonky in this one is. Can you see it from this? I hope you do. Again, just to let you know, the links are down below to Ravelry, and you can find me over there as Knitting I Love, Barbara and Lefko, and I'm going to show you now the yarn I use. So let me start with the more advanced version, because over here I have less. So I use this beautiful yarn. This is a hand-dyed yarn, and I actually have information. So this is Legacy Fiber Arts, and it's steel toes, but the color name is, I can't read, so you have to read it yourself. So here it is, my main color, background color, sometimes they would call it. And for the contrast color is this one. I don't have any more, I think, leftovers, and this is Lana Grossa, and the color is 1001, if that gives you any information. You can see how it knits up, so it creates some stripes. But the way the yarn is dyed is that they're different plies, and the plies have different colors, so they're kind of mixed together to give certain stripy colors. I would say for a pair like this, you probably need 50 grams, and for the contrast color, you will need approximately 25 grams. Then if you're using for toes, that will be from 5 to 6 grams, and maybe 4 grams for the cuff. Heels, this beautiful black, and then cuff, this Knit Picks yarn stroll navy. Okay, let's move on to the second pair. And for the second pair, I was just, for this grey, I used Drops Fable. For the stripes, I used Knit Picks Felici Lost Lake, a leftover from a friend. I was knitting until I ran out of it, and then I was making a panel, and as you can see in the panel, I have 3 colors, and the 4th one is the ribbing. So the grey, as I said, Drops Fable, then I have darker navy, and then I have charcoal. I think I dyed it with the berry color, and then I had pink. I still have loads of this pink, and some blues. I hope that's all. If you have any questions, please comment down below. Let me know, what do you think about them? Do you have any leftovers to use and play with a bit of color work? Or maybe you have a little bit more yarn and you would want to play with more spread out color work through the sock. Ooh, and before I finish, maybe 2 photos of my lovely test knitter who knit these socks too. Thank you, Peggy. I hope you enjoyed this one. See you next one. Bye.